the beginning of January, I was alone on TSU because Ennio was still in Austria. And then when Ennio arrived here on campus, we both held a lot of English classes and also started with our German classes.
So we're on our way to the city center now. That's why we have to cross this street here. Bus is coming right now here down, so we might catch it if we're fast enough. As David said, I arrived a bit later because I was still sick and spent New Year with my family. And then on 5th, unluckily, we both got sick again in Songkla.
So we're sitting in the bus right now, and besides holding English classes and German classes, we also organized an event called TSU Grows, where we planted a lot of vegetables with Ajanok and a lot of students. So we visited a planting shop and ordered some soil and some pots and a lot of different plants, and the activity itself was really fun. So we put them all in pots and also designed some creative places where garlic and onions could grow inside of egg cartons.
And what kind of vegetables did you plant?
Oh, we planted some lemons and some eggplants and also some papaya.
So the bus driver just dropped us off in the middle of the city. We don't really know why, so we'll walk the rest of the way.
Here to my right hand side is the National Museum Songkla. Which we already visited once before while there was some kind of festival, and we enjoyed the shadows of the trees while we ate a lot of longan.
Mission accomplished. We bought our longan, one of our favorite fruit here, beside mangoes. And while we're sitting here in the shade, relaxing at the National Museum, I'm going to tell you a bit more about our language courses. So our schedule was giving courses 3 times a week. I think sometimes we had Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. And it was always lesson blocks of twice 55 minutes with a 10-minute break in between. And students could register online over the TSU websites. And it was really students from the whole university, didn't matter which faculty. And teaching for the first time was such an interesting experience because I had done it with one student, like private tutoring, but not in front of a class before. Luckily, we always had the help of Ajanok, who assisted us in starting the lessons and getting attendance. What did you think?
I also think it was a pretty interesting experience, and also having to plan the lessons yourself. In the beginning, Ajanok helped us a lot with preparing what we should do and discussing with us about our plans. But after a while, we had our first lessons alone without Ajanok, and to be honest, it was actually more fun than expected, because the class really they were so kind and were following what we said. And although we had a lot of problems where we couldn't understand each other, it was still, I would say, some cool project which benefited both us and the students.
Definitely. And for the German classes, it was a bit different because we had new students every lesson. So we had to start from the beginning with German, and we just taught them basic sentences like, I am a student, how are you doing, what is your name, But it was also pretty fun to teach them the letters in German and let them repeat what we say. Like, because German has a lot of weird letters like Ü and and
Ö, and also the sound is really difficult for
that was
Thai
the hardest
people.
for all of them.
And it was so much fun pointing at the letters on the board and them just trying to imitate the sound we were making. So I think German classes were more fun than English classes, but English classes created more of an impact in my opinion.
Artificial too.